This is my therapy. This is my therapy. I'm saying all my thoughts. You might not even see. Welcome, welcome to Baby Father Radio. This is the first improvised episode of Baby Father Radio. Baby Father FM. Baby Father TV. Baby Father Life. Father's Life. Father Radio, Father TV. Whatever you want to call it. But the ladies, they call us, that's my baby father. I don't talk to my baby father. So, we're baby fathers. We're men. So, usually when I wake up, I always have like an influx of just comedic ideas. Okay, lips are looking a bit dry. Come on now. You know, like, I just brushed my teeth, yeah? So, it's one of them ones where my mouth's a bit dry, bruv. Usually, I even like the Vaseline on my lips still, man. It kind of just makes it all, get me all greasy and that, so get some Nivea butter or something, you see me? So I use from time to time, you get me? Used to use the Nivea. Nivea's banging, but I find Nivea a bit greasy. It depends on the one that you get. But anyway, this is not a skincare routine, you get me? This is just some real conversation for the man them. Bust joke, relax, not take yourself too seriously. So, boom. Woke up first, brush my teeth. I don't always do that, you know. Now, let's be real, fam. If man's feeling depressed, yeah, I'm not really trying to, like, just get up and stay fresh. Man will just stay funky, bruv, for a while. I have to keep it real, innit? When you don't have certain things, when your mind's not good, it's going to show on your physical. It's going to show. So, I'm just keeping it 100. So, you get me? Tick for you. If you're watching this, have you brushed your teeth today? Have you washed your face? Have you dug the stuff out of your eye? Had a little shower? Get me? There's levels to this thing, bruv. Because I know for the most depressed man, certain man ain't even having like a flannel bath and that. So, here's what I'm saying, yeah? Boom. You wash your face, you brush your teeth, you had your little wipe down with your flannel, you jump in the shower, you jump in the bath, you get me? You cut your fingernails, you cut your toenails. Look, man, there's bare of these channels for the women talking about this and that. Man to man, innit, yeah? These things are important. So, if you haven't done them, at least we've spoken about them, but they're in mind. But you, my brother, deserve to have. You get me? Your fingernails. Yeah, my fingernails are alright, man. They could be better still. They could be better. Your toenails, you get me? Teeth and gums. These are the things you'll need. So despite whatever's going in, boom. I don't even know what I wanted to talk about. Usually, I just have thoughts in my mind. Today, I just woke up thinking, like, women take the fucking piss, blood. I gotta keep it 100. I don't know, like, there's a lot of people that speak. And I feel like sometimes they're just trying to, me included, trying to sugarcoat certain things, bruv. Fuck all that, fam. You see how this thing started? Is Baby Father Radio, fam. Baby Father Radio, you know, blood. The father of the children need a support group, fam. Can you imagine that, blood? When I was young, yeah, and I saw, like, do you remember when the Fathers for Justice guys, yeah, they were abseiling off the London Eye, blood? And I was thinking, fucking hell, blood, never me, blood. Never me, bruv. But that's a man abseiling off of an important London landmark to let you know that situations aren't cool. And the reason why sometimes we have to be so hard, so offensive, because this lukewarm bath, this lukewarm society that they want us as frogs just fall asleep on and literally boil to death, is so relaxing and just so, whoa, that when things are happening that's fucked up, just calm down. Just go to court. Pay money that you don't have to see access to your son who is yours by birth, blood. Don't worry about it, bruv. There's a man abseiling off, you know. Who knows if he's even got the correct If he's even got the correct garments, blood. The correct, the tools to even make the climb. It's just another guy, innit? It's a dire situation when a man cannot see his child for his mental, for his physical, for his spiritual. But let me not give them too much power, because I think as well that a lot of women are always waiting on the sideline to discover a man's weakness. I'm not here to show our weaknesses, fam. And if I do show our weaknesses, yeah, it's to kind of show like, bro, look at the things that you've gone through, and you just even being about here to look at this video is a fucking win, fam. It's a win, bruv. Because no one's giving you a well done. No one's walking past, yo, bro, listen, man. I know I don't know you in that, but I just wanted to say, bruv, well done for just being a man, bruv. Well done for just surviving, innit? Well done, yeah, despite what the world's thrown at you. And I know you made some mistakes and you made some decisions, but well done, bruv. I see you, bro, and I think you're doing well. And this goes across the races, whether it be black, white, Chinese, Asian, mixed. It don't matter, fam. I'm just talking about a man, predominantly your men. Oh, why is it got to be men? Why can't we be included too? And you know what I say to that? Most politely, shut up, man. I ain't with it, blood. Shut up, bruv. You know how there's certain things that women go through that men couldn't even speak on? Be quiet, blood. This is a man's space. Strictly 2 testicles only, and if you got 1 testicle, you're fully fucking invited, blood. You see me, blood? I don't care if you're skinny, bruv, and you're scrawny. I don't care if you're big. I don't give a damn, blood. Is you a man, bruv? Welcome to Baby Father Radio. This is your host, Joshua. Welcome, let's get into it, fam. Yeah? Because certain gal, they're moving too brave, bruv. They won't even expect a man's strength or manhood. Boy, they're moving braver than Solange in a lift with Jay-Z. Throwing out haymakers in confined spaces. To have a man by the crux of his testicles. No. You can't see Johnny on Friday because I'm actually going to my new boyfriend's house. And I need to actually see Susie, who's my friend. But even though I know that you're important in my child's life, I think it would be better if we have a deal where you see your own child, as in the heir to your kingdom, every 2 weeks. That fits in with me, because fucking hell, it's hard being a single mother and all. You're not a single mother. Unless the man is dead, you're not a single mother, fam. You're just a mother raising your youth away from the father. That's all you are, bruv. And the reason why this issue bugs me is because society and the laws and everything that is a part of this world supports that. I don't think this is coming from a place of extreme bitterness, because it's not. I'm always scared of that phrase, the blind leading the blind will lead people into a ditch. And as someone who's even speaking, bruv, the power of our words, they have so much power to lead someone. I'm saying how I feel and what I can see. And I think there's a lot of people that see it the same way I see it. So back to the baby father matter at hand. Let me do a little recap. First, take care of your hygiene no matter how you're feeling, fam. I've been off the wagon. I've been on the wagon. It's better to stay on the wagon no matter how much you're lagging. Secondly, baby fathers, fam. I understand what you're going through, bruv. You are maybe 3rd, 4th or 5th in priority to see your own child. Mum's none the wiser. I'm just doing the best I can. The best you could do would be to shut your mouth and let your child see its father. But he's got piano practice. Who gives a fuck? They're so in their own world that they don't understand that the things that make a man are things that come for free that come through observation and just spending time being in close proximity of the man whose testicles you came out of. No. He was with me, and then he was with her, and now he doesn't like me. So I just can't stomach him. So I'm gonna give my son everything that he wants and nothing that he needs. Sorry? Oh, sorry, what? I have an analogy that I'm going to use. And I use it often. And I know people could say, hey, but there's seaweed and there's other things. Let's just look at it basically. What does a plant need? A plant needs water. It needs the nutrients from the soil. And it needs sunlight. And if we take away any three of those things, what happens to the plant? How is this growth over time? So if we flip that now when it comes to raising a child, the man who he came from, who he was in the image of, we give him some sun and we give him some water. Where is nutrients coming from? What, am I supposed to just speak with the nicest tongue and just be so elegant? I cannot comprehend the level of idiocy, stupidity, arrogance, and ignorance that a woman displays when it is just the lowest priority for the child who lived in her womb but was put in there by the father, for her to see it as the lowest priority for the child to see its father. But here's the sick part. The child doesn't know that it's going through this abuse. And all it can see is the mama. Mama. The mother gets the mama. Almost like a Goda. This worshipper. This perfection. Think about it. You could be the worst fucking person. That baby doesn't know, fam. That baby's looking up to you like you're everything, fam. So, I guess the woman has a choice. Do I take this bundle of joy and go and live out the life I've always wanted to on my own, being both victim and aggressor at the same time? Or do I stick around with the guy who doesn't want to be with me, at times will tell me exactly how it is, and do I stay with him in my life, watching over his seed? Or do I make a run for it? I stay in a fortified position, protected by the Metropolitan Police and every single child agency in existence. I go to child services and get him on a financial contract. And I can then dictate when my plant can receive the nutrients from the earth. Hey, I might even get some next guy to provide those nutrients. And if I ever look and I see my plant withering, well, I did the best I could do. Except swallow your pride like you swallowed his dick. And say, you know what? Although this child may have lived in me, it is not all of me. Let me let him see his father. Let me let her see his father. This is for your daughters too. And this is also in retrospect. I'm sorry if this gets a bit painful, because it might get a bit painful. To the full-grown men that are watching this who are still, mama. Mama. I used to be me, don't ever get it twisted, yeah? I'm not taking the piss, bruv. Whoa, blood. Mum can do no wrong, fam. You're of age now, bro. How many things you clarted, fam? How many things you dropped out, fam? How many close calls have you had? What separates your mum from the women you're seeing now, fam? And if your dad, as you've grown up, you've become like him, I kind of understand. Then how can it be all your fucking dad's fault, blood? So I'm putting charge to a man's objectivity, bruv, what he can see, and a woman's skullduggery. No, fam. Blood, if you chat to me about your mum, what about your fucking dad, blood? What about the dads, blood? So, let me calm down. Don't get too aggressive now. Can't see your son, just chill. No peas in the back, just chill. Hoo, hoo. And if you make peas, then I'll take 20%, but just chill. Hoo, hoo. You gotta have fun with it, man. I overcome depression, fam. So if you can't have fun with yourself, you have to be able to rise up above all of the shit they're talking about. You're a dirtbag and you ain't got no money. I said, damn, boy. Whew. I'm slightly a tiny bit handsome, though. Just a tiny bit. I can fuck with it. You see me? I can fuck with it. I'm alright. No, but you haven't got any control over your son. But I got control over my hygiene, though. You see me? Teeth are looking, everything looking okay. I'm going to give myself a little pedicure if I need to, fam. Yeah. I'll do that for me, blood. Because, you know what I went through, blood? I focused so much on not being able to see my son, bruv, that I completely forgot about me fucking being a person, blood. And not only does society give the woman a full glance, oh no, it makes you feel bad. You've got shows and TV shows and movies about, you were never in my life, Dad. What do you mean I wasn't in your life, blood? I wasn't allowed to be alive. But why didn't you come to surgery? Because I loved you so much, yeah, that your mum basically kept you away from me. I was so emotionally engaged into you that if I had probably came in close proximity, just like a lot of men that are in prison, I'd probably have been there. So even for you to talk to me now, son, I had to make some hard decisions. But I've never ever stopped loving you. Son, listen, big man ting, yeah? I told you I love you, bruv. So if we're not going to objectively look at both your mum and you and that, yeah, we're going to have beef, bruv. Of course we are, fam. If you cannot have sympathy for the males, then of course you're going to have an issue with your dad, blood. Because you're not thinking, innit? Your soul, it wasn't there for me. And, bruv, your mum, yeah, could have been any waste chick, blood. Big man ting, fam. How would you know, bruv? How would you know if your mum was waste, blood? You wouldn't know, blood. Because all you've seen is your mum. I'm not telling you to disrespect your mum, but I'm saying in perspective of things. Maybe your dad was on stuff and saw what your mum was trying to do to him and said, listen, I'm not involved, fam. And he cut. Have you not had that done to you? You've had better relationships with ops than your own dad who you came out of his fucking testicles, fam. You don't think there's something wrong with that, blood? But anyway, man, I'm just a man in a room, whiling, yeah? Because you can go to court, yeah? There's systems in place. There's systems in place. What? Do you want to know the things to court? This is what you do, yeah? And this is before the COVID thing popped off. Yeah? So basically, when a child's born, there's no legal requirement for the father to be on the birth certificate unless the mother puts it on there first. Females first. No part of the woman's character is ever cross-analysed to see if she's even worthy. As long as she has the breasts and the milk's coming out of them, then by default, she is the primary carer. Despite any previous criminal convictions. From day one in the hospital, the ute is not yours, blood. Imagine that, fam. I'm talking legally. I ain't talking physically, spiritually. That's your ute, blood. Even if you ain't seen your ute, you got utes. Listen to the fathers. I got 8 utes, I got 6 utes. Utes you don't know, blood. You're a father, blood. I ain't gonna take that from you. You're a G, blood. I don't care if you had 1 ute in Africa, another ute in Quebec, blood. You had utes. But back to what I'm saying. Till it comes out, your name's not on the birth certificate. In the event that, like in most cases, the father and the mother decide not to speak, how can he get to her and his you? He fucking can't. But I'll show you some of the options available. He can either go through a friend to see his child. He can even change who he is as a person, bend over backwards and take it in the arse from the mum for ages, just so he can see his child. He can go the more legal route and get mediation, which isn't backed by the court, so it's just a waste of fucking time when things are written down like, oh my days, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but there's no one overseeing us doing it. Or we could go to court, which is, if not thousands of pounds, because legal aid, it's got my best interest at heart. No, it doesn't. I've known people personally who've spent close to £7,000 just so they could gain access to their child for once every 2 weeks. And that was after having a consistent relationship with their child, but in the 7th year, the baby mother had an issue and said, oh my days, you're not seeing her anymore. But the news seems to be so focused on the drug dealer and the thief and the embezzler. But on the process which makes the citizens of the society, nobody knows. I'm amazed. How would you learn how to be a man if you never saw it from a man? From the man you came from. Why do you think it is you scratch your chin in a certain way? Why do you think it is you like certain things? Even if you didn't want to be of your dad's seed, you're your dad. Your mum was supposed to humble her pride and let you see your dad, fam. In the event that she did that and he didn't want to be involved, I salute your mum, fam. But there's 100 reasons why. And some of them can just be, I didn't want to you now, bruv, I'm not involved. I can't talk for them men. I'm talking for the men that actually want to be involved. And maybe eventually I will want to talk to those men because I want to know why or want to know how, or maybe there's a reason. I'm going to always give my ear to the man, fam, because the world doesn't, bruv. We live in a woman's world, my friends. We do, blood. So I'm going to keep it raw, fam. Sorry if this rant was a bit incoherent. Haven't seen my son in 3 years. No, but if you just talk to her nicely, it's my son. Should I break it down to you again? That's my fucking son. It's dependent on whether, oh please, can I see my son? Could I see him? More, sir, more. Could I see my own flesh and blood, please? Please. Please. Can I see my own son, please? Please. What? What? Nah. Violence, where did that come from? Be violent at war. But don't get annoyed for your own flesh and blood. There are men in prison because when that situation was presented with them, they didn't know how to act. They were so beside themselves that they reacted violently. 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. Their life is fucked up because they love their child so much. Give me my son, give me my daughter. That's what it does, man. It cuckolds the man, fam. And they sit on newspapers and they sit on television programs and just chill. Hey, yeah, so he didn't take me to dinner, bitch, shut the fuck up, fam. This ain't a joke thing, blood. You've got a whole generation of youths that haven't seen their kids because the mum wasn't able to fucking swallow their pride. I might be laughing and joking and doing certain things, but think about it, blood. Who do you know that's even been in a 2-parent household, fam? Who do you know, blood? You had a good relationship with both parents, fam. Because that guy who was good enough to bend her over and doggy her for fucking half an hour is not good enough to see the fruits of his labour when it comes out of your womb. All of a sudden, like, he's too this and he's too that. So a man gets changed like a sweater and your child is raised no better, fam. I just can't face him right now. I'll be real with you, it makes me fucking sick, blood. Let all of them female art, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, all of these fucking women, let them rap on that shit, fam. They're making half a man because you can't rate a man. You don't rate a man, you're telling your child you love him, but secretly you hate a man. How can a woman raise a man, fam? Better yet, how can a woman even raise a woman, bruv? Without the guidance and the help and at least like the side of the man, fam. So there'll be discussions and I don't give a shit what you agree on, bruv. Day by day and second by second, you're making the wrong decision, blood. And to the man them, let me say it to you like this, yeah? Big man thing, yeah? I'm sorry, blood. I'm sorry that you're going through this, fam. Like, I'm not even trying to just come here on some real, like, emotional tip. Like, big man thing, yeah? When I was going through this thing, nobody really fought my case. If you're starting to go through this, if you're in the middle of it, or towards the end of it, yeah? I'm telling you right now, blood, I'm sorry you're going through it, blood. I'm sorry for them nights when you're waking up and you're thinking, where's my ute, blood? I'm sorry for them times when you walk past someone else's ute and you think you're your ute, blood. I'm sorry, yeah, that there's no board signs or there's no one else talking about the pain that you're feeling, blood. It's not your fault, bruv. Alright? No one's told you that, blood. It's not your fault, blood. You understand? It was not supposed to be that because you didn't walk a perfect plank that you didn't see your fucking child. He's your child. She's your child. So whether you've been going through it recently and it's a newborn or the child's all 15 and 17 and is cussing you on social media, it's not your fault, blood. There's some weight on your shoulders that you've been carrying for time. You have to lift that off now, bruv. You're not a deadbeat, you're not dumb, you know, but if you know you tried, and even if you know that you could have tried more than that, listen, that woman is supposed to have made access for you, blood. Yeah? Fuck the parlay thing, blood. She is supposed to have included you as a vital ingredient in that plant's life. Yeah? And considering she is then protected by 3 forms of different government, how much can you do? So to the neglected child that's hearing this, and even to anyone who's hearing this, what's he supposed to do? Take care of yourself, bro. It's not every day deadbeat dad and deadbeat nah, blood. Because you're someone's child too, fam. Relax. I'm going to try and put out more messages. I'm going to try and put like more of a positive spin. But sometimes it's going to get emotional like this because we can't see our youths, fam. No matter how things go on. I don't want to say, give me my fucking youth, blood. Are you dumb? You bang a random hoe, blood. A random hoe. She has your child. And the hoe is cross-referencing you for your own seed. Does that sound normal to you? Any real G from when he sees the slightest restriction like, of when the time he wants to see is you. Any real Don. Any resistance for him seeing the seed, fam, is going to be an issue. This ain't fucking past the parcel. That's my child. Do you know how long I've wanted a child? Maybe I didn't want it with you, but that's still my seed. That's how we love. So there's bare things I can say, but to the mums who's watching this, that's doing their job, we love you, fam. To my mums that understand the importance, we love you, bruv. To the ones who, when they called out to the man and the man wasn't ready or didn't care and they did their thing, we love you, bruv. To the ones who felt dejected and rejected from a failed relationship, got over it and still accessed that path to the better of their child, we love you, fam. We literally do, because we know it's a hard thing to do. But we know that the love of your child shines through in the actions, bruv, when you deal with the dad. We know you had your emotional feelings and you dreamt of marriage and courage. And that's a different story, because certain things that women dreamed of, I don't believe that they were able to provide. So you get me, like, it's a bit mad, like, you get me when you think of it, because she tells him she loves him, but does she know what love is? She never really provides the surface of wife, so he has nothing to stick to and then steps out. He makes an oath to her because it's to please her, but deep down, if he could choose to bang 5 women at the time, he would. So is the oath, does it stand? Was it made under duress? There's all of these intricacies of a relationship that when you break it down, that's what I say to you. Calm down, fam. Because even that girl that you cheated on Bruv, you don't even know if she was going to withstand the test of time, fam. If she even had those thoughts. He was the only one. Bitch, you don't know how to cook 10 meals for me, fam. You haven't taken the time to know anything about me, blood. So except for that one thing that was done, how are you any different from the girl I'm banging except for you've been here longer? But you was the one and I wanted to... do you love me enough to forego having kids at a certain time? Do you love me enough to say, you know what, I don't want to marry this man, I just want to be around him? Or have you got ideas and things you want to do too? I want kids by 21 and I want to get married by 25. That's not love, that's objectives. So what are you really sad about? Are you sad because you lost the love of your life? Or because something happened that stopped you from loving life? How many girls did you hear when they were young? I just want to grow up and find the love of my life. I want to love him for who he is. Part of who I am is, I like to bang. It's interesting. But the people who shouldn't pay is the youths. I was talking to my friend the other day. He said every single species can kind of see the youths, blood, but us. I said, fuck you, no, blood. Maybe that's wrong, you know. Maybe there is a species, but I started thinking about the pets when you take their kittens and their puppies away or certain things. But I was thinking, in general, everyone gets to see their youths, blood. Can you imagine that, fam? Fucking hell, bruv, that's bad, innit? And of our species, the women do, but the men don't. Nah, because I told him Thursday at 3 o'clock and he didn't come. He's acting like a dickhead, so I told him I didn't want to see his you. Let me tell you something, yeah? Big man thing, yeah? Life in general has taught me to look at things objectively. Yeah? So they say, I'm actually researching, although the saying is about a black bear, it's actually more prevalent in a grizzly bear. And in a grizzly bear, they have strong maternal instincts. So if you walk up on a grizzly bear's cubs, you getting torn apart differently. So that's a mother grizzly bear and her cubs. But you don't think men have those same feeling for their youths? You don't think certain men are living with utter defeat that they can't see their child? That's not something to be scared of, right? That's not something to be scared of. Only the grizzly bear. The grizzly bear, ooh. But the man who, I don't know, maybe has a quarter of a heart, half a heart, maybe a full heart, missing his child every day. Society's accounted for that, right? Okay. Because it's all anger. There's no love behind that anger. The grizzly bear is not just gone crazy, right? It loves its cub, so it's gone crazy for its cub. But those feelings, not within a man. Yeah. Any women display that sort of affection for their offspring. Their offspring. Who runs this fucking place, bruv? Who designed these fucking laws, bruv? Where you are fucking blessed to be a single mum, fam? How long have these laws been stated and how many men walking around are product of these laws? Sometimes you think of a phrase and you think all the backlash that will come if you say it. Fuck feminism, fam. Fuck feminism, blood. Even women within feminism secretly think fuck feminism. Look how it's come about, fam. You put the woman over the man to raise her own offspring with no leadership from the man. And you don't think that woman is going to create an emotionally hot-headed man? Who thought of this, bruv? Because it was either a very smart person with evil intentions or an idiot with dumb intentions, fam. Who's going to teach the baby cub how to hunt, how to be, fam? Yo, brothers, what you think because you're jamming there with your Stella and a little cigarette that your kid can't learn nothing from you, fam? Aw. No, bro. You don't need to walk a perfect 10 to be in the life of little Ben, fam. You're his dad, fam. That's what the women got you doing. Oh, and it pays for... But what, is your son a pay-as-you-go, fam? What, is your son one of them one-to-one SIM cards from back in the day where you had free calls after 6 o'clock and you could call your friends free on weekend if they had the same SIM? Is that your son? What, is your son your new date where you've got to wipe everything out of your mouth and get ready and presented for your son? Or are you doing that for the woman to impress her? You're his dad by fucking right, blood. You ain't even got to wash your fucking balls to see him, fam. You don't need to shower. You don't need to do nothing, blood. But who's telling you that? No one, fam. So if you don't do what the girl says, you can't see your child. Well, you have fun changing the nappies then, darling. Okay? But if there are men who are in the same mental space I was in a couple years ago, fam, I hope that this message can kind of soothe you a bit. Even if you don't fully agree, just let you know that you're dealing with a formidable force in a very high elevated place. You are on the low ground, fam. What's that Star Wars clip? When Obi-Wan, you get me, he's fighting Anakin and Anakin tries to do one jump move. He says, Anakin, don't, blood. I've got the high ground, fam. They have the high ground, fam. The arsenal alone without you having to be guilty. Remember, before you've even done anything, you can get slapped with child support. Then you can get slapped with something from the police if you try and make contact. Then you could go to court and she can't show up, but you still have to pay for the court session. There's bare things. Again, research all the things I'm saying. If I'm wrong on any tiny thing, slap them in the comments. But that's the real, fam. So this is episode 1 of Baby Father Radio. Sorry, it's a bit long, but yeah, man. Oh yeah, I need to fucking, yeah, man. It's mad. Like when I sweat, fucking, sometimes it's mad. It's like my body's detoxing and all the fat just collects on my armpits, fam. I have to shave my armpits, but that's just something about me, innit? That's another thing. The men, yeah. Listen, yeah. Share your iffy things with other men. How you mean? Check this, yeah. We need to be a bit more talkative, bruv. You know, like if a man has a rash or a man has certain things, yeah, bruv, even in the maddest place, bruv, you got trouble going toilet and that, you get me, yeah? You need to either go doctors or you need to speak about it because another man might have something similar. That needs to be the norm. Don't get it twisted. There's some idiot guys, some feminine guys or beta males or what you want to call them, can understand you're not going to be cool talking about your personal things with, to try to use it against you. I understand that. But there must be some cool brothers around you that you can speak to them and say, yo, I got this thing. Have you got this thing? It can be a mutual exchange, fam. Because a man might have a remedy and there's certain things as men, you're like, I'm men, I'm going through it alone. I know I can't be the only one who feels this way about youths, innit? So I'm just coming out first. If bare people come through, they want to say their episode's cool. This is not a space, bruv, of dual opinion, fam. I don't know if I'm going to leave the comments open or not. Let the women talk, bruv. It'll just probably serve to just annoy man more. Nah, but actually, my idea is shut up, fam. If you haven't allowed your... Like, you get me? If you've done it all, then good. And if you've done it well, then your job don't stop there because you should be telling your sisters and your cousins every single time you tell a dire situation to a woman about another woman. Oh my gosh, what? Is that what she did? Is that what she did? How can I know that other men cheat on girls and like, okay, that's how men do, but when it comes to women, oh my days, what, she took you and you can't say him? What did you, bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? Baffled, blood. Oh my days. Why? That's terrible. I've never heard of that before. So anyway, man, them, treat yourself good today. Make sure your hygiene's on point. Even if you're gonna sit in your messy room. Come on, man. One link shower is not gonna kill you, get me? Slap a Colgate on. Salt water for your teeth is good as well, you get me? Strengthen your gums and them things there. take care of yourself, man. There's only one of you, innit? Yeah, so take care of yourself. Man's trying, little gym thing, just starting up. Couldn't work out for years or do a press up, but man was depressed, fam. So I'm not, don't look to me as some perfect example of masculinity. Hell to the no, fam. You get me? But I'm a man like you get me? I'm learning. Maybe you can learn something, and maybe you lot can teach me something as well. So it's the first episode of Baby Father Radio. It's partly a rant, you get me? But yeah, man, just look after yourself, because not everything is what it seems. You get me? Too many men rolling around like deadbeats. Like, the woman has 100% control of your child. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do, blood? What are you supposed to do? Tell me. What are you supposed to do, blood? If you got peas, do that. But if you ain't, it's gonna have to be a mental part of. It's like you're never letting go, but you're learning how to let go as well. And only the real ones will understand that. It's like you're not letting go of the idea of your youth or the love for your youth, but the idea of what you had in order for your youth and all them things is going to be different. To the men that are actually in those situations when they're seeing their youths every week and every 2 weeks, bruv, big up to you, fam. If you're able to do it, then bang it out. But for the men who can't, it's not built in them for them to be part-time fathers and daughters, to have part-time fathers of sons and daughters. You can't even discipline your kid. You can't even talk to your kid in a certain way. You have to talk to the mum. Like, that to me is fucking slavery, fam. And I'll be real with you, she knows it. I'm sorry. I've grown up a lot. She knows it. You know? She knows how to squeeze, blood. Until it's just normal, fam. And I'm sad at all of the people that have to go through that, fam. So the world that to come, it will never be like that, fam. That's part of what heaven is, B. Order, fam. I wonder if the women would still want heaven if they know they're not running. Yeah. But you won't be. And that gives me great happiness. You get me? So we ask for blessings from our Almighty Father, who is all our Father, whether that be man or woman. We ask him to bless the fathers, who the women call the baby fathers. We ask him to give us peace of mind, strength in our body, and stillness in our soul as we walk through this valley of death where no one gives a fuck whether you live or you die. Okay? Don't let it harden you. I want to say all of them a lot like that. Boy, I just say there's some good ones out there in the world. But yeah, man, listen, man, just take care of yourself, man. I'm a talker, bro. I try and make things a lot more concise. And yeah, man, it's all love. Bless up, man. See you next episode.